If you clicked on this video, it's by chance. This is God's will. God declares that you are currently enveloped by the abundance of my Spirit manifested in your life. Today, God declares that He is bestowing an abundance of the milk and honey of His Spirit into your heart and circumstances. The despondency you experienced when you believed you could not continue is now being alleviated and softened by my intervention. Open your mouth, and I shall fill it. My essence will cascade down your chin like ripe fruit, revitalizing and rejuvenating you. Despite being a weary and weakened prophet, I provided him with celestial sustenance, enabling him to surpass the king's chariot amidst a torrential downpour. Nonetheless, the arid and desiccated terrain of your existence is poised to receive my profusion. I bestow rain upon both the righteous and the unrighteous. Nonetheless, the blessings in your life will enrich you without accompanying sadness. I have awaited this time, and you have expected this degree of grace to be accessible to you. The present moment signifies a period of enhancement and advancement beyond your anticipations. Indeed, declares God, I am uniting the ideal blend of scriptural wisdom and the sweetness of my prophetic spirit in a harmonious synthesis that will enrich your life. The bitterness is dissipating, and the remnants of disappointment are being replenished with my benevolence and my grace. This is the divine blessing that will transcendently accompany your life throughout the following week and 5 days. Upon the conclusion of that period, I shall issue a new assignment for you. You will perceive the closure of past events, and a singular chance will arise. You will recognize and hear my voice proclaiming, "That is me, now pursue it." Consequently, events will unfold as anticipated, leading to your elation and propelling you forward with increasing momentum towards your destiny and the realization of long-held promises. God proclaims today that this is not the conclusion of a matter, rather, it marks the inception of something novel. Resolve to maintain a loose grip on all matters. Affirm internally, change is not detrimental, change is advantageous. Opposing change and the transformation I am initiating merely result in stagnation, which is precisely what I aim to help you escape today. Understand that certain things, individuals, and circumstances must be abandoned to attain what you have fervently sought from me. Abraham was compelled to relinquish Lot. Abigail had to relinquish Nabal. The Israelites needed to relinquish their desire for the leeks and garlic of Goshen to achieve liberation from captivity. These are the attachments and desires I am addressing in your life to lead you to the fulfillment of promises and the realization of your deepest aspirations. Be prepared to relinquish your comfort and familiarity to undertake the task I have assigned to you. I did not contact you to remain idle among others who are similarly inactive. Your existence holds significance. In the eons, when I created you, I instilled within your essence an ambition and a need to effect change. God urges you to effect change, not merely to be distinct. Distance yourself from the self-absorbed and introspective individuals in your vicinity. Humility is the one pathway to that which I have decreed. Substitute rage with patience. Substitute frustration with a constructive awareness of the triviality of the flesh and its antagonistic role in faith. The hour is advanced, and the portal of opportunity remains ajar. Advance with conviction, maintaining trust and refraining from retrospective contemplation, focusing solely on the luminous future that awaits all who journey with me in authenticity. Today, God advises you to become an accumulator of information rather than a distributor of it. Like young David in Saul's household, navigate your interactions with prudence and display discernment in your speech and conduct among your contemporaries and superiors. Not everyone in your vicinity will share your enthusiasm for your endeavors. I have brought you to a clandestine location and disclosed concealed information that is not widely known to the general populace. Even the Apostle Paul had to comprehend that certain matters were not to be reiterated. This understanding will safeguard you and help you evade the influence of those who have orchestrated events in your life that do not align with my intentions. Cast aside the trivialities of the natural world and pursue the course I have designated, notwithstanding the scrutiny and condemnation of others. They may express their grievances to you, although this is the behavior exhibited by those who derive their self-worth from sources external to their true inner selves. This is a period of maturation, whereby advancement entails an elevated degree of responsibility. What was formerly acceptable and permitted is now entirely prohibited for you. Your ideas, conversations, associations, and current pursuits are entirely transformed as I elevate you to a new position in my kingdom, a realm of authority, where you are seated in heavenly places, prayers are fulfilled, and destiny is actualized. God proclaims that today He is traversing among the lampstands of His church on earth. Kingdoms rise, and empires decline. The sovereigns of humanity quiver in their slumber, while you remain secure from any distress within my safeguarding arms. The Father advises against fearing the impending occurrences on earth. Contemplate the sparrow, little in the grand context, yet not a single one descends to the earth without my awareness. I acknowledge your necessity and perceive your plea. Even when the world crumbles to rubble and ashes due to your allegiance to me, you shall remain steadfast with your testimony preserved, and the way forward will be manifest and unambiguous. Irrespective of external circumstances, exercise caution in all matters, yet express gratitude in every situation, for ultimately, you will rest, and your slumber will be tranquil, as I envelop you and sustain you with my benevolence. For how long will you heed the detractors and those who perpetuate fear and anxiety? They whisper and murmur, proclaiming their ominous utterances and prophetic visions, yet am I not the water from the rock and the manna each morning? What actions can an individual take against you? What potential events tomorrow might alter a single aspect of my commitment? The Father urges you to remain steadfast and to dwell in tranquility, for I am with you and will never abandon or forsake you in any manner. God asserts today that you should not exist in a state of abandonment, subject to the caprices of others. Disappointments arise, and people nearest to you may waver and disappoint just when you require their support the most. When all other lights extinguish, maintain your faith in the assurance of my word to serve as a lamp for your feet and a light for your path at all times. Ground your self-identity in my presence in your life, rather than in any individual, circumstance, or external assurance. Do not relinquish your self-respect to the deceptive power of an ego-driven manipulator. They cite my words, make fervent declarations, yet ultimately, they will exploit you and discard you when you are no longer of value. That is neither my plan nor my purpose for your life. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family, and write Amen in comment. The Father urges you to make a decision, to consolidate your strength around the veracity of my words and actions in your current circumstances. Transformation is imminent, and the alteration you requested is already in progress. Amidst the surrounding difficulties, advancement will occur, and the daunting perspective that currently unsettles you will become a distant recollection of challenges that never materialized. In critical moments, remember that I have acknowledged your voice and I embody the commendations of my people. I fashioned you as a being of authority, and with the power of the cross, you shall rise and exhibit strength. You will not be perplexed, nor will you be disgraced. The condemnation of the mockers and detractors who envision your downfall will be completely vanquished, because your trust in me shall not be in vain, declares God. God asserts that if you are not experiencing joy today, you have already surrendered to the adversary. My kingdom does not merely provide joy, it embodies joy. The adversary possesses no protection against joy. Joy within your heart undermines hell's tactics against you, compelling the adversary to flee. When sorrow engulfs you at night, wipe your tears and awaken with delight in the morning. My joy is guiding you out and ushering you into the core of the deliverance that is your inheritance. Exult and celebrate, especially in the face of sacrifice. Exult and find joy even in moments when you are inclined to despair and weep profusely. It is not hypocrisy, dear. It is spiritual combat against the adversary intent on annihilating your existence. Experience joy. Embrace elation. Access the profound reservoirs of my spirit inside you and extract the rejuvenation of my delight during the bleakest moments. My joy will elevate and guide you to a realm of tranquility and abundance surpassing all your anticipations. I proclaim joy, and once more I proclaim joy. The adversary derides and inquires, why celebrate? Rejoice, for my kingdom embodies righteousness, peace, and joy. Do not permit the adversary to deprive you of your happiness. Do not permit yourself to indulge in self-pity. Move on. Rise, dust yourself off, and proceed forth. Forgive, relinquish, bestow blessings, and proceed with the responsibilities of governing and reigning in Christ. Allow my river to flow within you. Ignite my pleasure within you, for my joy is the river of salvation that delights the heart. Allow my tranquility to surround you, for you shall depart with delight and be guided by calm. Exhibit unwavering exuberance. Maintain unwavering tranquility even among widespread discord and conflict. God proclaims today, I acknowledged your request initially. You have inquired repeatedly, and while I do not object to your inquiries, I wish to inform you that I licked the stamp and dispatched the response before you uttered that request. In times of distress, I am highly attuned to your call for assistance. Comprehend my intentions and limitations. In times of your trouble, I do not hesitate to consider whether to intervene. I promptly respond to your earnest petition. Understand that he who contacts you contacts the apple of my eye, declares God. What is the significance of that? This indicates that I possess an autonomic response to safeguard and defend you, analogous to your reflexive action to shield your eye when it is threatened. Your previous teachings may not align with this, but be assured that I am close, actively working to safeguard you and place you in a position of invulnerability against the adversary, rendering them incapable of causing you any harm. Then, the Father asserts, "Trust me. Place your trust in me and allow me to manage the situation from this point on. Make a deliberate decision to remain unperturbed, even in the face of extreme pressure. In times of life's challenges and escalating issues, maintain a response characterized by gratitude for my presence and advocacy on your behalf. I shall safeguard, uphold, and ensure your provision promptly. Refrain from worrying and avoid expressing the issue. Instead, express commendation. Grievances. Never again. Self-indulgent sorrow. Allow no space for it. Incredulity. You have progressed too significantly for it. My advice is with you. My kindness is pursuing you. My favor envelopes you as a protective barrier against every attack from the adversary. This is your allotment by my decree today, declares God, and your righteousness originates from me. Today, God proclaims that the skies are arranged to manifest my splendor to humanity on earth. Observe the nocturnal sky, declares the Father, for I am communicating. I am disclosing my words to humanity, as the profound strategies in concealed locations are being unveiled, and the adversary's schemes will be obliterated instantaneously. That which men have devised in secrecy will be proclaimed publicly, political fortunes will be swiftly overturned, and human aspirations will be obliterated by my intervention. They have proclaimed their intention to abandon all restraint and act according to their desires, but they have failed to recognize that my gaze observes, my ear perceives, and my heart is compelled to defend and safeguard my people, granting them supernatural triumph over all malevolent schemes directed against them. God asserts that while men will engage in conflict and struggle, He will intervene in the war, and despite all human resistance, He will prevail, reveal His will, and enact righteousness on earth beyond any human capacity. The boundary extends to the farthest reaches of the globe, accompanied by the proclamation, "Thus far and no farther." Your gaze shall behold it and find joy. The nations will watch in fear, for they dismissed me, yet your faith acknowledged me. The subsequent events are intended for your salvation and my glory, declares the Father. Rejoice and resist succumbing to dread. Disregard the rhetoric of fear-mongering commentators, as their assertions lack veracity. Take joy in the knowledge that I embody your truth and serve as your support. You will see and commemorate my glory through my actions in the world. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. God proclaims that today He is your rock and your stronghold. I am safeguarding you in a concealed location that the adversary cannot locate. As I reside within you, failure is not a possibility. Remain in a state of unwavering trust and continual repose, and consistently engage with others through a loving reaction. Love defines my identity, rather than only my actions. When you decide to embrace self-love, involve me, and your salvation will be imminent. At times, it seems as though your doors are ajar, allowing the adversary to intrude. Maintain your confidence in me. I serve as your security system. Address each threat not with alarm, but with tranquility and repose. The Lord declares that there is a rest reserved for my people, and that is where I am beckoning you. You have contemplated my whereabouts and actions in your circumstances. I advise you to find stillness and heed the silence. I am at the bow of your vessel amid the tempest. Invoke me, and before your words are said, salvation will be revealed. Avoid perceiving yourself through the lens of others, as they will never validate your potential for breakthroughs or answered prayers. Job's comforters solely criticize others while extolling their spiritual virtues. Perceive yourself from my perspective. Perceive yourself through the lens of the cross's sacrifice. I am your mentor and instructor. I am your supplier and defender. Your righteousness derives from me, not from your deeds or endeavors. Position yourself next to me and experience the security of my embrace. I am present. I am engaged in work. There is no cause for apprehension. God declares that His ear is sensitive to the lament of your heart today. I perceive your genuineness. I am aware of the necessity, and I am currently intervening to thwart every attack from hell directed at you. You have examined whether your prayers are appropriate and structured in a manner that I will acknowledge and address. Dear one, I do not impose any obstacles or intricate religious rituals for you to adhere to receive a response. This may contradict your previous teachings, but strive to please the Father and heed my word. Simply proceed to me. Approach me and ascend into my lap. Embrace me with your expectations, for I shall not refuse you the aspirations of your heart. The decree of life has emanated from my presence, and I am imparting equality and justice from my throne into the circumstances you are confronting. Be prepared to present your heart to me so that I may test you and discern your sincerity and faith under adversity. I am not a distant deity. I am as close to you as your hands and feet. My essence dwells within your breath, and my heart echoes your requests and affirmations of trust. I have come to you and introduced you to the eternal dwelling that resides within you. Each day, I safeguard you from harm and ensure your path remains steadfast. I have summoned you, and I have attuned my ear to you today. I am preparing to confront the adversary and provide you with a testament to my faithfulness amidst the opposition you face. God proclaims that today He is your safeguard and your confidence. There is nothing to dread. Allow your spirit to exult in my fidelity, for my benevolence encompasses you and envelopes you during every tempest. You need not do any actions to validate yourself to me or to render yourself worthy of answered prayer. I have already taken pleasure in you and selected you within myself before the world's inception. You are not rejected. You are included in the cherished due to the shed blood of Calvary administered on your behalf, so remain at ease. Enter into the repose of one whose conflict has been resolved. I have bestowed upon you a cup today, along with a certain and safe inheritance. The vintage of the new wine of my kingdom is available for you to imbibe and rejuvenate. Approach with confidence in prayer, assured that you will not be denied when you seek refuge today in the exalted presence of my name in your life. You must make decisions with the confident expectation of my faithfulness to provision, safeguard, and lead you to your prosperous destination. I am directing you, and my guidance is profoundly within your heart. Establish my fidelity before you, for I am at your right hand, and you shall remain unshaken. Today, God declares that you are transitioning from visitation to dwelling. You are transitioning this season into a state of remaining in the vine, while others are only engaging with the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I am imparting to you a continuous testimony of my magnificence, which others seek only as an infrequent experience. I did not bring you into my kingdom to be restrained, suppressed, or diverted by worldly distractions. I gave you life, and I nurtured you through the imperishable seed of my word within you. So, as my word manifests within you, you rise in my glory and power to surmount every opposition confronted. Those who engage in backbiting and gossip may whisper and accuse, but understand this: my truth within you always prevails and endures beyond falsehood. Deception is being revealed, and the genuineness and integrity of my character within you are being prominently exposed. God declares, I will grant you favor with those you require it from. The animosity of detractors will diminish, rendering them just footnotes in the annals of your existence. Each of your days is inscribed in my book, declares God. The despicable individual and the sorcerers who whisper and murmur shall be eliminated. The enchantments of the sorcerers who invoke my name while engaging in deceit and betrayal will amount to naught. Your triumph and success will be assured as you place complete trust in me and heed my voice amidst the cacophony of competing distractions. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing super thanks. Because I don't have house and I have to make my new house.